Congressman Jim Jordan, our favorite Republican from Ohio. Congressman Jordan, welcome back. How are
Good to
you?
be with you, Greg. I'm fine, thanks.
Poor Peter Navarro, right? Totally unfair.
No, it once again just shows the double standard. I mean, we found out last week from Robert Hur that Joe Biden can keep and disclose classified information. He can do so in Special Counsel Hur's language because he had strong motivations to ignore the rules around classified documents because he was writing a book for which he got paid $8 million. So he can do all that. But because he's a forgetful old man, we're not going to charge him. Meanwhile, Peter Navarro, as you pointed out, the only guy who's ever charged for, and a White House staffer for contempt of Congress, only guy to be charged and actually now go, he's got a 4-month prison term, not to mention what they've done to President Trump. So this, again, just another example of the double standard.
Can we take a look at Tony Bobolinsky? I think the guy's a hero. This is when a lot of us first saw him, actually, and his pretty amazing story. Let's take a look.
I was introduced to Joe Biden by Jim Biden and Hunter Biden. At my approximately hour-long meeting with Joe that night, we discussed the Biden's history, the Biden's family business plans with the Chinese, with which he was plainly familiar, at least at a high level. On numerous occasions, it was made clear to me that Joe Biden's involvement was not to be mentioned in writing, but only face-to-face.
He's going to be there at the House Oversight tomorrow. Yeah. Is there new information, or, quite frankly, even if it's old, it's still dynamite, and we know Hunter really hates that guy. What's going to happen?
Yeah, I think we'll highlight this whole access to the brand, what another business partner, Jason Galanis, called the Biden lift. They had this sort of motto or this mantra that they followed, those in business, when it came to Joe Biden. They said, say it, forget it, write it, regret it. So it was they tried to keep it all out of writing. They referred to him as, the big guy versus Joe Biden. So I think that we'll highlight that. Plus, just the number of times where Hunter Biden's business partner, who we've had in under oath for depositions, said one thing, and then when we had Hunter Biden, he said something else. So I think we'll highlight those contradictions as well tomorrow in this hearing.
How concerned are you about the informant, the FBI informant, Smirnov, I believe, who's still in federal custody? Seems like they arrested him for embarrassing the Bidens. I can't get over that. How central is that right now?
It wasn't central to the main case. It just buttressed and kind of corroborated what we already knew. But of course, the Democrats have made a big deal of this. Maybe he is a liar. Who knows? But what I do know is David Weiss had this information, this 1023, for 3 years. Scott Brady, U.S. Attorney in Pittsburgh, gave it to the Weiss investigation team clear back in 2020. So why did it take 3 years before they decided, we're going to charge this guy? But why did it take until we're in the middle of an impeachment inquiry to do that? So I find that interesting. When you had that information for all that time and suddenly, shazam, you arrest him, then you let him go, then you arrest him again. I mean, who knows? But by the way, this guy also was used to put away other people. Chris Wray told us he's the most important informant in history. You can't have access to this. We can't give you his names. It could jeopardize his safety. And then you say he's a liar and arrest him twice. So I think there's a lot of questions to be answered. Maybe he did lie. We don't know. But we do know there's a lot of fishy things and strange things around the whole situation.
Well, even if he did lie, I mean, these FBI guys, they talk to criminals and terrorists all the time, and these 1023 forms are just supposed to be like notes, basically, from what somebody told you. It seems totally crazy that they arrested that guy, and I understand his story is not central, but yeah, it's just really creepy that they arrested him. Final word,
particularly when they told us how that we had to threaten contempt of Chris Wray for us to even see the document. So I mean, it's almost like they can't have it both ways.
Jim Jordan, so glad you're there on the case. We will be watching tomorrow at 10 o'clock, the House Oversight Committee holding the influence peddling, examining Joe Biden's abuse of public office hearing tomorrow. Thank you, sir.
You bet, Greg. Take care.